Okay, with me, right? I never start a relationship for it to end. So each time I'm getting into a relationship, it's with the forever perception. And that's how it's always been to me. So I'm not starting a relationship and thinking of the end. So now when I see the end, wait, because then I'm not.
Well, I wish you all the best, but just gonna see, where it leads to. But then, we see you all having kids, yeah.
Yeah. Two begin already. All I said, two jackets. I got a 10 jackets. It's really funny. With two begin, they make all the noise. They show them boot and will street wakati. They already get 7. They see they will street. They see they will normal. They will wakati. Wait to explain now. I have 2 kids. Like, I am 32. I have 2 kids. Yeah. How is that even the talk of the day? It's so normal. At my age, a lot of people already have 8, 6, 7. Or your problem is that it's 2, but with 2 different baby mamas.
Yeah, so right now you're like,
it happened.
Hey,
it happened. Trust me. I am not apologetic about it. I am not sorry. I can't be sorry for having kids. I love my kids, okay? Maybe somewhere behind the scene, you could ask yourself 1 or 2 questions about the action. But I can never complain about the product. I can never complain about the result. We are talking about a human being that's existing now. Whether I did whatever happened, we're talking about the fact that JC Joy exists and Maddie Leon exists. There's no more to say.
Now let's talk about this genre. Now when you changed, right, a lot of Ghanaians not really buy into it, they're not feeling you. But now I feel, from the comments, like, oh, Mr. Leo is great. How do you feel about that? Seeing that those who did not believe are now believing and becoming very loyal followers.
You really want to know how I feel?
Yes.
Okay. Because I'm not surprised. There's this beauty about preparation, right? They say the more prepared you are, the luckier you get, right? When I start something, the first thing I want to do is make sure I know what I'm doing, right? And it took me a few years to figure it out, to figure out the missing ingredient, to figure out why I was on top and yet I was not happy. That was very personal. It took me years to really figure it out. And once I figured out that, it was really about being real with my music. It was really about being open. It was really about that burning desire of so many skills inside, different genres of music, kicking my head and my stomach every day, trying to bust out. Because I've been doing, one kind of vibe for so long, and the other, the others are, tormenting me, wanting to go out. So for a few years, that's as simple as I can explain it. Like, that's what was happening to me. So, as long as you're an artist, you must have something to offer. You must have something to say when you step in the studio. But some people just have a lot to say. So with people like that, and a lot of times I identify as one of them, I say, I have so much inside that I want to say, right? Like, I don't just know Afro and the Khmer and the French kind of Afro. I know all these other things. I know reggae, I know hip hop, I know jazz, I know blues. I'm so deep with it. It's burning inside me. I'm like, okay, so I'm never going to show the world who I really am. Is it going to end 20 years from now and it's about just on va gérer, jamais, ego better and the rest? So people are never gonna know that I can do a song like Time. People are never going to know that I can do a song like JJ and stuff. So I knew all these things, and when I finally made that decision that, okay, let me show the world the other side of me, I was already real from day one. I just had another dish bubbling inside that I wanted to serve. That's all I've been trying to do from the start. And of course, because people are so used to your first menu, they are going to resist the new one. And that's why a lot of great guys will say, it's really not just about doing it. It's about doing it consistently. It is the key, because it is what creates the change over time. If I play you a song today, if you don't like it, you get annoyed. I play it again tomorrow, you'll be annoyed less. I play it 2 weeks after, you get annoyed less and less until you get to the point where you're okay that it's playing, but you don't have a problem with it. I give you 2 months more, you're gonna love it.
Yeah.
You know?
Start requesting for it.
You start requesting for it. So that's exactly what I'm talking about, especially when you know you really took time to prepare that food. So if I take a year and prepare a wonderful dish and I present it to you and you don't like, it's not going to disappoint me. It's because I know the only reason is because you've not tasted it. So I have to be consistent with calling you up until I make sure you taste it, because I know when you really taste it, you're gonna fall in love. And that process for an artist could be 1 year, it could be more, trying to insist on something you're trying to show the people until they get used to it. Especially when you're confident, when you have the team that you know, you guys are vibrating at the same frequency, you guys have a vision, you guys know what you're doing, and you know that food was well cooked. All I have to do is persevere until you taste it, even if it takes 2 years. And I think that's what has been happening.
Let's talk about you and Grammy. We learned, just rumors, that you missed out, last year.
So the Line of Africa album made it to the top 10 for the global music, and for the single category too, and even the album. But it didn't go through. But if your album can make it in the top 15, top 10, trust me, you're going somewhere. Yeah, you just don't know it. And like I said, it's never about rush. Okay, I didn't get it, I will. The normal me now, what I'll do is, okay, I missed it last year. What's the new plan? Okay, as a team, all of my great guys sitting down, our wonderful team, trust me. We sit down and we're like, okay, but we missed this last year. What happened? Why? We were so prepared. Were we? Okay, if the problem was because we were not that prepared, that's something to pen down so the next time we are prepared. What are we preparing? I mean, sitting down with your team time and again, talking about it, deliberating about it, finding solutions, and putting in the work will get you there. So about the Grammys, I'm not rushing, but trust me, the day it will happen, it will happen. I will get one. I'm just not rushing. I just want to make sure I do things correctly as I move.
Now we see a lot of big stars struggling to get to the Grammys, and we just feel, you who is in it, of course.
Yeah, I'm a member, yeah, of the Recording Academy, Grammys, yeah.
So tell us, what does it take to get to that point? What do they need to do? What are the requirements?
A lot of people thought that for you to really venture around the Grammy space, you need to be in a big label. You must be part of, maybe Universal, Sony, Columbia, the big record labels, but it's a lie. It is really, first of all, most important thing is really about the music. You're talking about people who have studied music for generations. As in, they have a long history of experts, the best of the best that they've been working with to analyze, criticize, and develop with time. These are people you cannot fool, right? You cannot beat around the corner with your craft or with your art. and then expect to just get maybe a Grammy or an MTV base or a big award for that matter. First thing is the music. You have to be real with your art. And being real with your art differs. You must not do exactly what I'm doing. You must not do exactly what maybe Loco is doing or what Magasco is doing. It's about how different and how special you are and how much you fine-tune what you're trying to sell. You know, and when you look at that, there's a lot of details involved. A lot. I mean, all the people who have, every music you do will of course fit in some kind of category when it comes to them. There's almost every category. It's just with African music now, people are trying to group everything under Afro. Sometimes I feel funny about it because there's so much in Africa, there's so much diversity that they will just join everything, you know, and just call it Afro. And then it almost sounds like everything with an African touch or from an African is labeled Afro. But for me, it's really not that. That's a topic for another day. That's a debate for another day, another time. But I'm really saying it's really about the music. And then secondly, knowing what to do. I even think that's the most important, knowing what to do. It's like opening a Facebook account. You go up, you come down, there are steps you have to follow. You must do this. Just normal WhatsApp. When you download WhatsApp on your phone, there's procedure to follow. It is standard. As in, you have to do this and register this, or you need this and that. Those are the details they ask you to get that account created. It is same with the Grammys. If you don't know what you have to do, you won't even exist in the airspace. If you don't know exactly how to go about your stuff, how to follow up on the details they need from you to be able to fit you in, of course, you're going to miss it because you're talking about people who are dealing with millions of artists. People are sending songs from all over the world. That first phase is really not just about the art. It's about those who have done what we asked a lot of times. From there now, what creates the difference is how different you are. And that's why it takes you back to the arts where I say, from that studio, when you sit down, that's when you determine if you're going to have a Grammy or not. And after that, your team is the next proof that you can go close or not, because you have to work with a team who knows what they are doing. You could have the best product, but you still don't take it anywhere if you don't know what you're supposed to do.
Well, and what shows in Cameroon, how do you find it?
I respect them. I respect a lot what everyone who takes the time to put on an award show is doing. Sometimes I just feel like with some, it's not genuine. And then a lot of awards too, sometimes it's really about who knows who than who did what. And I think awards should be really about who did what exactly, who made a difference, who made a change, who made huge progress, who was the lead in whatever from this time to this time and whatever. But a lot of times it is really about who knows who. And there's a lot of mixture, but it gets better with time. You know, I just know with time, we're going to come to that point where we stay real, be it an artist, be it a journalist, be it a TV presenter, radio host, be it an award organizer. It's going to get to that point where it will really be about the art. So for now, I give it the benefit of the doubt about a lot. I avoid to judge a lot because it's an industry that needs people instead. So I can't paint any award black because just the fact that it exists, it is something. Rather than paint a funny picture, maybe with time, what can be done to ameliorate and make it better, because all of them are needed. But to be honest, lots of times there's a lot of fishy.
Let's talk 80-20. There's this policy in Cameroon, more of Cameroon songs.
Yeah.
Foreign. What's your take on it?
I buy it. I'm not very sure of the percentage, but in general, I just feel like we should play more Cameroonian music. I mean, is it even a debate? Is this something we're supposed to debate? The artists have already done the job. No TV host, no DJ can tell me that you don't have enough Cameroon songs to play. Come on. No DJ can tell me you don't have enough Cameroon songs to play. You have. It's just, sometimes you should understand too that for a snack owner or bar owner, it's a business. You know, and the people inside must not be just Cameroonians. And you cannot choose exactly what they want to listen to. But you're the one serving the food. If you give people good arrow every day, they're going to like it with time, right? They're going to get used to it. So whatever mentality the fans have is still from those who serve them. If at some point foreign music has taken over the whole place and fans are having difficulties staying away from foreign music, it is because in one way or the other it was served to them. Be it radio, be it snacks, be it TV. The DJs contributed to that, the radio animators contributed to that, TVs, they contributed to that. And then the contribution of the artist way back, I could easily say content, as in the quality was not really fine-tuned, the music was not really fine-tuned. But today, trust me, we do music that can compete anywhere in the world. Trust me, come on. Is it about good videos? Is it about good audios? Is it about good singers? All that exists already. The artists have really stepped up and they're now doing music that the world can relate to. Lots of them, right? But there's this sector that is between the creators and the consumers. And that is every other thing you're talking about. Radio animator, DJ, organizers, whatever. That is the sector that does the serving. So if you serve people with more foreign music, they'll get used to more foreign music. There's no way to stop foreign music because it is actually needed. How would I even know what's popping out there and what I'm up against if I don't listen to foreign music? Of course, I do listen to foreign music, right? It's just about creating a system where people can find comfort playing more of locally made products.
Now, despite all the work most of our artists put in, a lot of them are still struggling to get there, or they are so underrated. So what is that thing that they're not doing right? We see a woman, she's been in the game for long, she's still struggling. Blaze B, there are just a lot of them. What is that thing they're missing out on?
Truly, I cannot answer that for them because it's a question I've been asking myself and I've been trying to answer for donkey years. And if I'm making some progress, it means somehow I've been answering those questions. So you as an artist, you owe yourself the responsibility. Ask yourself those questions and answer them. I mean, when you're dealing with your demons, ask yourself. I mean, you could be talking here and they're fine. Depends on how ambitious the person is. With some people, you just needed to be Mr. Leo and that's the dream. You could have lots of kids who are coming up who just wish to be at the Mr. Leo level and that is it, they're living the dream. But for someone who is as ambitious as me, it's the tip of the iceberg, it's just the start. I know there's more to it than meets the eye, right? So it is very personal. It's like salvation. They say salvation is personal. With something like this, it's very personal. You as an artist, it is what you have as a vision in relation to what you have done so far and your current situation that determines the kind of questions you ask yourself. If the distance between where you're going and where you are is vast, you'd ask yourself lots of questions. But if it's close, you're fine. So how do you know who is fine and who is not? How do you know who in their mind has arrived and they're living the dream and who is really ambitious and is thinking beyond that? Only Blessed B can tell you. Only Ewube can tell you. I can talk for myself, but I cannot talk for them. For me, I've not even started. I feel like I've wasted like 3 years even on the same place and stuff. It's just my way of thinking. It's what wakes me up every day in the morning, right? I'm so ambitious. I want to do a lot. And I keep doing what I do and making progress. And with time, we will all see the results. And I know it's going to go somewhere. And I hope it shows somebody something.
Okay. So the last part of this interview almost comes to the end. Let's talk about Lion Productions, music, academy. Give us all the tea, the juice, and the talk.
So the last time we talked, I told you that after my short trip with my artist, the artist we were producing, even when it comes to forging another artist, right? Bringing up talent, I'm still very ambitious about that, in the sense that sometimes I feel like, man, I can do only 2 at a time. Why can't I have a system where I can handle 30 artists, 20? Like, that's how ambitious I am about forging another. And with time, the idea of a record label became really small, because at a time you can take maximum 2, 3, depending on how you can afford. But with an academy, as long as it keeps growing, the number can only add. So I'm so happy that as a team, we finally figured that out, because at some point it was stressing me. I was like, so with Cameroon, you cannot create a system where you can just hold people and move along, because I know the gap, the loophole that part of the industry has. We don't have music schools that Mr. Leo can sit today and say, I came from there, or Salatel, or Magasco, or Loco, or all the rest. We don't have any system where people can go and get some kind of classic education about how this business really works. It's also, for me, it's also a way of solving even the record label problem, because come to think of it, with the academy, the Lion Academy for Arts and Entertainment, the idea is to create a hub where we bring experts from all over the continent, from everywhere, to come and teach people how to go about their business. I mean, if you put an artist here right now, you ask them 3, 4, 5 technical questions about showbiz, they cannot even tell you. They just know how to go into the studio, record a song, and then a lot of times wait for people to tell them if it's good or not. But if you know what you're doing, the song cannot come out wrong, first of all. And second, you really don't need people's approval to know if it's good or not. How many of kids watching right now know about publishing? How many of them know about authors' rights and the rest? How many of them know how to protect themselves as an artist? How many of them know how to move? How many of them know how they should think? How many of them know what they should do before ever getting into the studio? It is not proper to really talk music when you can't even play one instrument. Because you need one door to get you into the system so you can speak that language. Worst of all, some theory even. And that is just for the creative part. When you finish creating that best music you're talking of, how are you going to sell it? Do you even know the first thing you should do when you finish creating your music? Do you even know what you should look for? Or what you should, listen to tell you that that music is right, is fine-tuned, is complete? Do you even know what to look for when you're looking for a manager? What are the things you check? What tells you that this is a good manager and this is not? So imagine MTN has the wrong management. Imagine Dash Media has the wrong management. Where would Dash Media be going? Because artists don't see themselves as a company yet. They don't see themselves as a business yet. They put on the artist cap, the creator cap, and they stay with it. And they walk with that cap around the street. I'm an artist, I'm a creator on its own. So it's all these things we're going to be teaching people when they come to Lion Academy. You cannot come to Lion Academy and then go back without knowing how to move.
So we've come to the end of this interview. Before we go, any last words, anything you tell the public?
Yeah, first of all, thank you. Our last interview was magical. I liked it, thank you. Big ups to Canada and especially the Canadian High Commissioner for supporting this. He embraced this whole academy project and Canada stood behind. And Canada is the first sponsor, is the sponsor for this first edition. they are the reason why it is possible now. If not, we might have needed to push ahead. So we're saying big ups to Canada and Local Youth Corner by Mr. Christian at Chalecare. Those are the two main partners that have been supporting us and serving as our pillar from day one behind the scene that people didn't know. And now this project is coming to life, and all we can say is thank you, and we hope to do more together. And big ups to Dash Media for the great job they've been doing. I mean, we watched you guys come from start just a short while back, and today it's become this. I'm super proud just knowing that I know even the people behind. Now my benefit. I know even the people behind, and I just want to say congratulations and thank you so much for creating another mega platform for entertainment to breed, you know. So it's just going to put everything in one. The more we progress, and the more we do stuff like this, it's just going to create, more and more progress. So big ups to especially the fans. Big ups for all you've been doing for me from the start. Thank you for your support from day one. And for those who disconnected, it's time to reconnect because the ship is sailing again. If you become out last year, say no, Mr. Leonardo Star, then we'll come back. Oh, my daughter come back. No fuck off. So I'm just saying, I'm super happy that finally people are getting it, and I can't find the words to express this feeling that I did what I really wanted to do, and finally it's working. It was a big risk, but it was worth it.